So my wife insists that I make a video of putting together these packs with a compliment from Ikea. You can show the ones we already made. And since I've already put together about 3 of them now, I think I pretty much got it down. The instructions suck. They really suck. So I'm trying to make it as simple and easy as possible. All right, obviously want to rip these off. And the way these are made is they open up kind of like an accordion. That's the back side. So let's turn this around. Pull it apart. It's a little easier if you have 2 people to help pull it apart. Once you get it apart, you can get it somewhat like that. That thing's gonna keep doing it. So. Next, you have these 4 black things. They're all the same. They slide in and down. They slide over. From the top, slide them right over like this. Put them in, slide them over, push them as hard as you can all the way to the back. And I'm gonna get my mallet in a second and beat them over just to make sure they're not in the way. All of them should go for this. See, that one's kind of stiff, so I'm definitely gonna hit that one out. Over there. And my mallet. You just want to kind of knock these in. On the top, because this lip will catch if you don't. All right. Next step is I usually grab the back one. This is the back lower brace. Looks like a crappy piece of wood. That's the one that goes in the back. All you do is take this. It has 2 grooves on the ends. I'm just going to slide it down on those grooves. Alright. Then in the back you'll find, in the bag you'll find 2 pieces like this. Like kind of L shapes. They're going to go in and down in the front of the bag. So, see how I can't really get this in there? That's because it's not back good enough. So it goes in like that, and you push it down. It helps hold that in place. Same thing on the other side. Like that. Next, the annoying part is the front brace. Doesn't matter which way you put it, just that this is to the back. And these pegs are gonna go into those holes from the top. When you get it in, you're gonna push them down. It's not that easy. And you wanna try to make this as square as possible when you're doing it, because it's gonna fall apart. So that one went in really easy to the top, which is not normal. See how good this one does. And see how they're not flush yet? So that's the hard part. Usually if you keep messing with this, see like this one's flush now, so I'm gonna go ahead and push it down. And now it's even with that. You want to even with that top. And now this one, work in there. And I've had to put my knee behind here. This is the worst part. It's really annoying. Okay. Beat this a little more. Truly the worst. So I've also pushed it to the wall before. So I can really push on it. While it's up. These things.
You want me to pause?
No, this is part of it. Learning to bed. This thing sucks. I've also taken a screwdriver. This thing is still kind of catching in the lip. Push that over so it doesn't catch. So I put that in there and I kind of prod it so this doesn't catch in this lip here. There's a lip right there. And this has a hook, perfect for the lip. But if you get it open and you can get it down flush, then you're good. Pain in the butt. Next, you'll find two little white clips that look like this. And they go into the slot here. There's a slot on the back. And then you simply, oh, this is not down all the way. Slide them in. They usually click, but as long as it goes all the way in. So, the last part on the bottom are these two little things like this. So basically this is going to go into that hole in the back there, hook down onto the back of that board and around the bottom piece like this. If you keep it straight up, find it the easiest, and don't push it all the way down yet and let it go in the hole. Now once it's in the hole, then push it down. Straight up. In the hole, push it down. Don't put this on yet. Don't put the floor on yet. This is the time you want to check if your thing is level, the floor is level, before you can go by this if you want. And it's level. So there's a level, you can keep going. If not, there's an adjustment for these legs. You can take an Allen and you can go in this hole here and you find where it locks like that. And then you can turn this and it actually raises or lowers each one. So you can level it up. All right, next step. You should have these things. You want to kind of bend this out the way and it locks in there. Locks in there temporarily. They have the left and the right. So this needs to be facing the front. You put them in the top and third hole there. Push it all the way in. So I have to grab back here to really get it in there. Yeah, like that. Same thing on this. Okay. Next, you want to find this bar. When you put it on, there's little grooves right here and right there. That means this is the front side of the bar. So you want to bend it this way. And when you bend it, don't bend it all the way at a 90 degree or 45 degree or 90 degree, sorry. So you can make sure it holds itself in place. So if you just kind of almost bend it there, that'll help hold it while you work. So I don't bend it all the way yet. Just so it squeezes in. And from the back, I just slide this here, and then you can kind of bend it more in here. Slide that on there. Since it's like that, it kind of helps hold it while you work on the from the front. Slide it back again. Ladder. And you want to find these three things. All right, you want to find this little washer thing, this screw, and this little sprocket looking thing.
Hold on, you can't really. And put the screw in here. There.
So this bumpy side is the side that's going to face you. It's going to go on the wall, but it needs to be in this part with the little lip. These little lips are going to go on those grooves I showed you on that metal bar. It's going to go in there, in here, in there, like that. That's the way it has to go on and then into that metal bracket. Since we're putting it on here first, it doesn't matter if that thing, that bracket's level. You just want to make sure that it's kind of level. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to mark your holes after we put it to the wall. So I'm just going to start this. It's a little easier if you get started first. So we'll start. Sorry, I'm left hand challenged. All right. Once it's started, you want to go a little more in first. You're not going to be able to get that bracket on there until you get it really close to being where it needs to be. So I'm not tight enough, but if you're doing this by yourself, oh, of course my light turned on. If you're doing this by yourself, then it's kind of hard to do with one person. So now I have this like that. I don't know if you can see. It's in the grooves. Now I'm going to tighten this up some more. And I'm pushing. Hold it. Turn this back into grooves. This is probably the most stupid part of it. I'm going to keep using the groove. So you got to keep tightening until it holds itself almost. So not so tight that you can't move it. And it's okay. Jesus. Okay, it's in the groove again. So now we're trying to tighten this some more while it's in there. Just to hold it. Okay, now it's held pretty good. So it's not tight yet. So now while I'm tightening, I'm keeping pressure on this back to push it forward because you want that so you can flush it to the wall. And then you want to tighten this up really good. Oh, and it should look like that. Why is it zoomed in so much?
You can put it on one.
Okay, it should look like that when you get it in. And then do the same thing for the other side.
Okay.
So we already got both sides up. Next, you're going to want to put this top board on there. See, it has two things on both sides like that that go into those side slots right there. And you want to make sure you're above the little white piece, the little white bracket we put up there. So I find it easier to kind of just sit it up here for a second. And then work on getting one side in the hole. And then move this over and go in the hole. And once it's in the hole, take your mallet or your hand and start pushing it back. A couple times just to make sure it's back. All right. Then you have these two little white things right here. They're gonna go into these holes here. Then you can kind of turn it like that, and you snap it up in there like that. Into the hole, turn it, snap it up in there. And then these get snapped in there.
Wait, I can't see. Okay.
Yeah, those get snapped up. So they're hard shit. All right, next step. We're gonna mark our wall. Find out where a stud is, if there's a stud there. So you want to put this in place where it's gonna be, so you can mark. Catching on something. Back. Far as it'll go. And then I'm gonna take this pencil and I'm gonna mark where those slots are on the metal bracket.
Now hold on. The camera's doing something weird. That's very strange. Okay.
So I'm just gonna, just so I know where it's supposed to be. Push this over. Now, push this over for me.
Okay.
All right, my holes are marked. I know there's a stud, it should be in this corner, but I think it's gonna miss it because they're stupid. Oh, it might be good. Okay, so I'm gonna go in like right here. So I put a line there where I'm gonna, and on this one, I'm sure there's not a stud. Okay, there's no stud on this side. So what you need to do,
Nothing.
Recording? Oh. So what you need to do is take a 3/16. Is this 3/16?
I think it's 5/16 for the wall.
5/16. Yeah, 5/16 drill bit. This is for the wall stud. The book will tell you to drill a hole for the stud side. This is not for the wall stud, sorry. This is for the wall anchor. I don't drill where a stud is. I just go in right with the screw. So you can just pick about midway where you marked. Like that. Take your wall, stud, and a hammer. Tap that in.
Show it.
With your wall stud, you want to tap that in flush. There. That. And then you can go ahead and move your thing back in place. Notice I still haven't put the bottom on yet because it's just a little easier to work with the bottom off. All the way in the corner. Alright. Now I'm switching the drill bit over. I think the book tells you don't use drill bits. Don't use a drill. That's your own preference.
Put it on the lowest setting.
Yeah, I have it on really low. And then even lower for the wall anchor. Then you have.
You can use a drill for the wall anchor. Just don't. They say don't use a drill on
On the rest of
the frame.
parts.
Yeah.
You just learn how to use a drill. You can use a drill. All right.
Oh, I had this thing tilted down so it made you look elongated. Let me fix it.
All right. So you'll find 2 screws, coarse, pointed, Phillips heads.
I never realized like this really does make you look elongated.
All right.
Oh, you start over here.
Yeah, I really don't like how much. I'm starting on this side. And down over. You see they're still hidden. Pretty much. All right. So on the stud side, I'm gonna push this over. Just start it. And for this side, I'm actually going to turn the drill up because it needs to go into the stud. So we got an auto light. All right. So I'm pushing this into the corner, and this works better with my impact.
Oh, I can't find it. Okay.
Okay, so the one in the stud was pretty pain in the ass. This one, the wall anchor, you don't want to over torque it at all. Like, you just strip out the plastic and then it'll never be tight. So it's going nice and slow until it's flush. Once you have that done, you're almost done. You will find 2 little plastic things like this. They are also marked left and right. This is right. You'll know because there's a smaller space up here. This has to be the top where the smaller space is. I found that out the hard way. And I wasn't reading. I was being a man and wasn't reading. Oh, sorry. You can take that and it slides right onto that metal sprocket thing. That's going to slide right into there. Oh, make sure it's outside of that. Push it in. Same thing on the other side. Lastly, you have your bottom. This is going down the side of all these big holes. The top has these 3 little holes. We don't know why, just to make it ugly a little bit. So I'm gonna fill those later. And you just want to put this in there. Make sure it's pushed back until it goes into those little pegs. It shouldn't move when it's in the pegs. And that's it. Good luck.